Is scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
King. Tight yard. Protein spill.
Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14 from 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 43 is the mic. Now watch one, watch one. Kill. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Showing it. Watch twist. Point it right.
3rd and long for Mayfield. They've got his man complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
It's our time. Check 26. Run. Watch the twist. Mike, 53. Mike. He can't hang. He's not getting... Hurry! 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let him know. I got it.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, double. Hey, check 20.
This is Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
180. 43. You. Hey, alert 33. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Gotta do better. Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Watch the shit.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 24. Back.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Out. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check three, check three, check three.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. Take the Pittsburgh. 54. I'm scared. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54 Mike. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Go. That's it, go. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Coming to you, coming to you. Mike's 54, Mike's 54.
Murray with a third and long. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, deep tight. Let's go, deep tight now. Switch. Watch the safety trick.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on third down. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Murray got his man. It's Williams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And now he'll tuck it in. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On third down, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Kill. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
He's coming. We got double up. Regular. Hey, seam 6.
Mayfield down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on third down, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple of scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check out read. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check, check, check.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Begin, begin, begin.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hurry, hurry!
43's the mic.
Hurry, hurry!
Let's go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Hey, let's go.
Alert 3, alert 3. Bang, 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 bang.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Throwing on second and long. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
Murray's pass complete to Christian Kirk. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on third down, Murray. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Huge article in their local paper this morning saying how the 4 interceptions last week led them to that victory. Here they haven't been able to come up with one, and they're losing. Probably not a coincidence.
I don't think so at all. I think you're spot on, but maybe they put a little extra pressure on themselves because the 4 interceptions last week, victory. Right now, no interceptions in this game. Had a chance for one, missed it, and they're losing. Probably feeling the pressure right now.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing, Mayfield, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Safe. Check safety. Slam.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here.
I'm just chuckling a little bit because I remember my days playing, and if I had a receiver that was 3 inches taller than me and couldn't complete that play, my confidence was really going to rise at that point. I was going to feel really good about myself. Probably going to let him know it, too.
And that's the difference between those two guys. 3 inches of height, but, hey, good job defensively to break it free. On 3rd down, Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check, check, lucky. Shit. Check one over. Hammer. 54's Mike. Check, watch 54. Here it comes.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, watch it.
Pilot, 64, weak. Up.
1st down, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Pick it up, D. He's checking. Crash.
Hurry.
Running is Jacobs. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. tie game, fourth quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
No.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you could possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hurry, hurry!
'43 is the mic. Come on, baby.
Regular, regular, regular.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Elliott running right. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guy.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, it's not...
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go, Gary.
Back to throw. Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Brett, 54. Right there. 54 Mike. All day, dog.
To throw is Murray. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Murray, one final try, and he's got it. It's caught. What a call with no time remaining. And with that 2 points, they win the game. So let's recap. How about the guts in this one? You score on the final play. Thought they were just going to try the PAT and tie it, send it to overtime. Charles, they went for 2, and they won it right there.
Well, the book, right? You know the book that everyone plays by, right?
Yep.
That mythical book says, kick it, get to overtime, you're covered. If you don't, you go for 2 and you don't get it, your job could be in jeopardy. But sometimes people just know their teams. They may have felt like they were out of gas. They had to have it now, and they did it and got out of there with a win.
So for Arizona, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.